Yay, we're live. Mm, it is my honor to go live with the new Instagram live series called Inspired, a place to really just highlight the beautiful women and beautiful souls in my life that have really elevated my soul, my feminine awakening, and yeah, been able to open my heart up to more. So I really am honored to be able to bring this series to you all, and yeah, looking forward to sharing this space and sharing this knowledge with you all. Um, so I'm just going to get straight into it, which is exciting. Just like, and I'd love to invite our very first guest, which is Zapheria Bell. So I'm going to invite her to join us. Be right back. And I'm going to do an intro with her in the space so that way you can just feel her presence. And yeah, so I'm just going to invite Zapheria now. I get cry. I miss you so much. Oh no.
Hi,
Oh,
honey.
hi, beautiful. Oh, I miss you.
I miss you too. I'm so excited to see your face.
I'm so excited to see yours. Oh, oh,
Hi.
so I miss you. Oh,
Yeah.
you look beautiful as always, radiant.
Thank you, my
I
love.
love that you get your hair and makeup done for these lives. It's
I
always like
know.
the caliber in which you show up is always so incredibly divine. And I honor that and I just love that because when you do show up, you show up in all of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Thank you.
that's, mm, oh, I'm just so, I felt this morning, I felt very like there was this softness and very, very kind of this motherly instinct this morning, just really soft and easeful. And then the moment where it was like the countdown, I was so pumped like a little kid. I was like, oh, I get to play with my friend.
Yeah.
Yes. So there's a lot of excitement flowing through my body, and I'm sure you can feel that too.
I
And
can definitely feel it. And I was thinking it's kind of cute, like that we haven't seen each other for a little while, and now Instagram world gets to feel the real, genuine, like love bubbles that are coming from both of us. We're
isn't that
sharing it with people, and that's kind of nice, actually. Oh.
sharing the love bubbles, sharing the love bubbles? Oh, this is what I love. This is what I love about one the world of the interweb, the online space, and how we can connect in such a divine way without actually being in person. It just shows how interconnected we can be.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, we'd be
thank
lost without it.
exactly. So I'm very, very grateful for the platform of Instagram and the platform for you and the connection and the heart space and to bring this series. Okay, I just want to do a quick intro, y'all, because I know whoever's listening needs to, like, who's Zapheria Bell? Like, and you I want to say if you can feel my excitement, you're probably excited too. Um, so Zapheria Bell. Oh, okay. To be honest, I was looking at your bio because that's just what we do, and I was like, she is an awakened woman. She can hold space. She facilitates. She's a womb goddess, mother, nurturer. She's a woman that can move mountains just by her own essence that she just walks and breathes and embodies. Oh, with such ease and grace. Her smile lights up the room. She makes bold decisions. She's courageous. She's loving. She creates temples for women. And I know that they're uncomfortable, these temples, and, creating and being courageous and leading from the front. But what's beautiful is that she continues to lead, and she leads with such a full heart. I've been blessed to have worked with Zapheria as I kind of exited out of corporate world and then entered into like the spiritual space and the feeling and the embodiment. And I was quite green. I thought I read some books and did the things, and little did I know there was so much more to learn. And I had the bold experience and loving experience to be a part of her temple, which is the Temple of Aramella. And to see that come to fruition was an absolute dream. And it helped me to really connect with my womb space, my lineage, sisterhood wounds that I hadn't addressed. There was a lot of feminine awakening that happened throughout that process. And Z was able to create a space in a container that held me, nurtured me, loved me through that entire journey. So Zapheria Bell, my sweet, sweet angel, all the way from Bali, Indonesia. It's an absolute honor to share this space with you. And your work is so incredibly potent, powerful, magnetizing, ecstatic, any kind of big words. Yeah, those words.
All those words.
This is Zapheria's work. So I'm so honored to just be to be with you, to know you, to love you, and to share this timeline with you.
Thank you so much. I'm like holding back the tears. It's just such a beautiful introduction, but it feels really special to be talking to you today, because I know that you were there through the most difficult, challenging parts of me birthing the temple. And so I feel like you are such an incredibly big part of this movement and of where the temple is at right now. And we would not be where we are in this expansion that we're coming into without all the support that we had from you in the beginning. So I have so much love for you and so much gratitude.
Can I just pull one of these? I did it. Yes. Yeah. She absolutely did. I love you. Fucking love you. Oh, I miss that. A little purring goddess. And seeing the temple grow that's where the magic is. So please, I'd love for you to share about the temple and what the Temple of Aramella is about. So that way, clearly, if you've watched my journey, you've seen how I had, I came from a corporate background and then I moved into this embodied space. And if you've seen my transformation or witnessed it, you're probably like, what did she do? And, with Zapheria's help and the Temple of Aramella's help, I would love for Zapheria to talk about this so that way you can understand the journey and what it's all about.
Yeah, for me, the temple is really a space that's been created for women to come back to the sacredness of their own body and to discover what it's like to feel safe here in our bodies. And I feel like, I guess you would say embodiment or empowered embodiment is kind of the words, but I think to kind of take it away from the lingo, it's really for us to feel safe here in this body and to know that it's okay to be here. It's okay to experience pleasure for ourselves beyond what that brings for anybody else. And it's okay to feel connected here first, because when you feel connected here, then you can connect with others. So I think that's, for me, the deepest part of the temple. And a lot of it is around connecting into your soul. For me, like Aramella is the name of my soul. And so the temple is a space for me to be able to reflect to other women the greatness of them and the greatness of their souls and the greatness of their path and the gifts that they have to bring to the world. But I still feel, even with that, with the soul work, or you could say it's womb work, which it is, we travel the womb gates. But again, it just comes back to, I feel tears at it. Like, it comes back to us knowing that it's okay to be here. It's okay to be in this body. It's okay to feel all of the feelings, but sometimes feel amazing and sometimes really don't. And to create safe space to feel what's present for us and to come home. We're such a disconnected society. We've been so conditioned to be up here or out out of our body somewhere else, which was me, you know, many years ago, just so freaking disconnected to my body. I just didn't even really know I had a body, to be honest. And I think that it's beyond time that we need to come back here and we need to come home to ourselves and feel full and fill this cup so that it overflows and then it changes everything.
Right? Just changes up the game.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you're seeing it, you're experiencing it for yourself of what's shifted from being in that. And you know, that was my background too, of being in the corporate world. And I have nothing against the corporate world. You know, we need the corporate world. However, we're trained and conditioned there to be very disconnected. So when women come out of that space and start to come into this world, life becomes richer. Why didn't someone tell me sooner that all of this was possible in life? Like, what have I been doing all of those years? Right. Like some secret. Let's bust the secret and let's yell it from the rooftops.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. And I got goosebumps, the coming back to home, coming home to yourself, really feeling your soul and being able to tap into this secret. What? Called your body and your soul and coming back to it. And you're like, it was here all along?
It was here all along.
You know, and the safety of that. And I also want to echo that, is that this Temple of Aranella is so beautiful because there is safety. And that's what makes you're able to drop in further into your body, to feel that safety, to navigate that, and to actually start to express that and it's like interesting, the saying, like filling your cup. And it's like, okay, I'll go get a pedicure. And you're like, okay, like you get your feet filed and that's like, you know, I'm full. What? You know, what? But when you soul fill your cup, like you fill your soul cup up, that's like, money can't buy that. Like that's next level abundance and prosperity, because that flows from an energy that's like out of this world vibes.
It's like a pedicure for your soul.
You know, are you going to cut or are you going to file? Like, we're doing the whole thing, honey. You get the spa too. Yes. Oh, I love that. So thank you so much for sharing about the temple and creating that space for women and for souls to be able to come back to their home and be able to fill up their cups on a deeper and more intimate level. Yeah. And so I wanted to ask, like, the feminine awakening. Oof. Like, just that, you know, the feminine awakening. Like, can you just feel that? It's like, whew. Tell me, what does that mean to you and why is it so important to you? Because I'm just like, I'm feeling all juicy and stuff. So, take the mic. Back to the studio, Z.
Well, that's part of why it's important to me, is the feeling juicy. It's the feeling juicy for life, right? I think there's multi-levels to me on what the feminine awakening means and why it's important. And I guess part of that is like what I was speaking about, us coming here and understanding that we can bring our own feminine forward and that we can bring everything that she is, which she is life. So therefore, you know, we're moving away from the flat, depressed state into a kind of bubbly, open aliveness that means everything moves through. And so to me, that brings not only the individual to life, but it also brings the collective to life, because you know what it's like to be around, you know, I even think just minutes ago, like people who joined the beginning of this and saw both of us in this, like, oh my goodness, that's the life force moving through us, and that is infectious. That makes everybody around you be like, oh my gosh, I feel something moving in my body. And let's be honest, I mean, life is pretty freaking dull if we don't have any of that energy moving. We're just getting up and like, just get up, go to work, do the thing, go to bed, pay the bills, boring. But if we can still do that exact same schedule of things feeling alive. I'm like, oh my God, I went to work today and I paid the bills. It's like there's that part of it to me that is really exciting. But then when I look above and beyond that, why is that important beyond the individual? The way I see it at the moment, sure, we had the matriarchy and we had the patriarchy, and then we've been moving away from that. That's fantastic. But what I see is happening is the feminine is awakening into her fullness right now so that she can turn around from her fullness and love and heal everybody else into their fullness. So we've stepped away. The pendulum now is coming back. It's not the matriarchy is everything and the patriarchy is everything. It's like, now, no, humans are everything, no matter what body you're in, no matter what gender you are, however you identify, what you were born as. It doesn't matter. Well, it does matter, but it also doesn't when we come into this space of simply seeing a collective of humans. And that's where I feel like we're at as a collective right now. So the feminine first awakens and steps out of her where she's been, of kind of being controlled and manipulated and shut down for a period of time. She steps out into her wholeness. And as she does, there's this love that ripples out, and she turns around and she loves the masculine. And whether you want to see that as being men and women, to me, it's beyond that. But if you look at it as men and women, and then the women come into this loving space again to turn around and hug and love the men back into their healing too. And that's the part I think that really excites me the most, because we've got to be done with this old piece of, women are better, men are better, the feminine is better, the masculine is better. No, the heart and the human. And we're seeing it shift and change in the world. This is why I feel like we see so many more gender experiences at the moment, is because people are getting it. People are starting to get it, right? And not that I feel like that's where everybody needs to go to, but to me, that is an external collective sign, like a real world sign that this shift is happening. And so, yeah, to me, the feminine awakening is, how can I do that with individuals so that we can make massive change?
I love that. It is, again, I don't know if I'm cold or just getting goosebumps, but it's probably a mix of both. Who knows? It's all very exciting and aesthetic. And I just love that. It's being able to awaken the feminine to then be able to look back and actually support others. Because like anything, it is we're moving into this, being surrounded by this culture of burnout and manipulation and questioning our bodies, how we've been portrayed, how we should look, how we should feel, even questioning just there's a lot of judgment, right?
I like so much.
And it's like, can we get a break? Like,
please,
and there is so much it's in a world that can feel heavy. It's like, how can we take off that weight and just be in our own essence and our own bodies and feel safe to fill our cups up, fill our soul cups up, and then having that capacity to turn around and go, hey, it's like the ladder situation and grabbing someone else up to be able to come up, so then that way you can join. Because we've come into a space of you or me.
Yeah.
And it's like, nah, time to change that paradigm to you and me. It's not the way it needs to be. No, we can actually shift this and change this. And there is more than enough to go around. There's that scarcity element that's kind of flowed, and you're like, that's enough. Let's do this collectively. And that's what I love about your work, is that returning women back to their homes, or returning, that energy back to self and feeling safe. Because that was a big lesson for me, was safety. I didn't really know. I didn't actually understand that it affected me so much, how unsafe I felt in my body and how unsafe I felt with others. And because I was like scared of what people think about me, their opinions, I had a lot of that influence of never enough, shame, just the classic timelines of growing up, especially as a Polynesian woman, growing up in a Pakeha, which is a Caucasian society, white society, and I didn't know where I fit in. And so safety was a huge element. So working with Z in that space of safety and coming into a temple, and I was like, oh, it's all very exciting, and feeling held. It was such a joy to be a part of. So I love the why. I love your purpose. I love your mission. I always have. And that's what I love about the universe, because long story short, Z and I were connected through a beautiful mutual friend, and then we worked together, and here we are today.
I know,
So
I love it.
So, I just love it. I'm like, I'm so here for it. I'm like, yes, more please.
Totally.
So yeah, yeah.
I mean, I kind of wonder, like, you know, obviously people who follow you have seen a shift and a change, but I wonder for you, like after your experience of, you know, you came all the way through the temple as well, what are the things that you noticed for yourself that shifted and changed?
What didn't? Okay, so going through the temple, I trust. Trust was a really big key for me. Trust and safety. Trusting my own opinion, trusting my own thoughts, trusting my own choices. Like I can make a choice and I can decide. And I was safe to do that. That's what shifted for me. And I was like, and the voice piece. And that's what I loved, because the collective and everyone in the container had like this voice and expression. And I was like, what is this? I was like, okay. And so to be able to speak my emotions into life and to feel held, and to know that this throat, like my opinion or my thoughts or my feels, were validated or even just witnessed, more witnessed, and that was a beautiful awakening for me. So trusting in myself, trusting my own body, connecting to my womb. I was like, what do you mean? Hello? What? And I was like, this universe between your legs. And I'm like, what does this even mean? I was very green. Okay, folks, so green. I was like highlighter green. But to come back and then to nurture and love the cyclical nature of the womb, and being in my body and feeling safe to be in my body was words can't describe how that shifts your entire life choices. I've moved countries now. I'm living like to the whispers and to the static current. I'm like, yes, take me, where are we off to? Yes, uncomfortable, I tell you. Going to a 9 to 5 looked bloody good. And then you go into this world where this juiciness and aliveness carries your soul. And that's a whole nother level. That's something. You just embrace it, the rebirths. You feel so much more, and you feel for others. Like, I'm so incredibly aware of my surroundings. But it's nice. I'm not living like a zombie, or like I'm not living in this state of flatness. I'm living in this state of aliveness, and I appreciate, the appreciation, the gratitude. So yeah, that's, I can personally say from my experience of going through the temple, was definitely times uncomfortable. Don't get me wrong. Like, you have to face the reality of life. And yeah, I just couldn't speak more highly of it, to be honest.
Amazing. I love it. I mean, I know for me, like reflecting on what I've witnessed shift and change in you from like when we first met and you came through the temple, there is such a aliveness in your eyes now. Not that, like, always I had this like, oh my gosh, with you, but like your eyes sparkle and have come to life. And I have witnessed also, like, I think you were a little quieter when you were in New Zealand, a little more kind of hermited away. And like, since doing this work, I've seen you, yeah, like move countries. And then every time I see your stories, you're like, I'm with these people and I'm with these people and I'm doing this thing. I'm like, oh my God. It's been like witnessing you, like a beautiful flower, just go. You were so ready for it. And it's been really just such incredible to witness your life come to life.
Thank you. Thank you for reflecting that. And it's true. Like, I can feel that. Like, I felt that actually as you were doing that, I felt like these blossoms were just like blossoming out of my body. It really was. I felt that. So cool. Yeah, it's so true. And it's and that's the courageous part. And that's, because you lead with such a defiant soul, like you just go. And I love that. And seeing you in your full expression has given me permission to also choose a life that I choose, and not one that I thought I had to live, because that was what I thought would tick boxes. It would keep me safe, and what I did know. So now, yeah, it's a wild ride. What can I say?
Excellent. Excellent.
Excellent. It's working.
Yeah, exactly. My work here is done.
Actually, I remember there was a time there was a rebirth and you're like, sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
Like, all the best out there.
Exactly. I'm like, it's funny, I get excited when I see people, when I see women go into these spaces of everything begins to shift, and I know it can be uncomfortable for a little while, but I get excited because I know what's coming on the other side, and I feel like that's the potency of this work. And I also feel like it's into this event that we're about to go into, the Feminine Awakening. We're coming in a really slow softness for this, for people to be able to just rest into that space. And then they have the choice of like, do they want to have a rebirth experience? Do they want to have that really deep peace, or do they want to just come home for some rest for a moment and allow a period of just spaciousness, coming back to the body, resting, easeful, and see where that takes them as well? Because I feel like there are so many different ways that we can experience this work, and so many different ways we can experience the kind of rebirthing of parts of us. And sometimes they're incredibly uncomfortable, and sometimes they're also almost like ecstatic in the spaciousness, ecstatic in the easefulness of just, you mean all I had to do was just rest, and then it all emerged from the rest? Yes, honey, that's right. Sometimes you can just go, as if you were at the spa and you get a shiny soul upgrade, and you like come out the spa going, that felt nice.
Exactly. Like, who doesn't feel good after a massage or a spa day?
Me.
Like,
I feel great after that.
Yes. Your soul gets a pedicure.
Exactly.
From your brain. Like, and because we've been, I guess it's we've been conditioned to be like, the more you're on, the more you do, the more you make, the more you. I was gonna try and do like a little rhyme. Anyway, no, I lost it. Anyway, my rapping days are over. I don't think they've begun. So that, yeah, I love that, because it's a time of rest and nourishing and lovingly held on this journey, which is it's so needed.
Really
it's this rush mentality, get here, do the things, da 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 da. When really you can rest and still get the same results, because your body is safe and what's to come, and magnetizes those opportunities in alternative ways.
Yeah, it's funny when I hear there's been a couple of women who have messaged me about this event, like, I would love to, but I'm too busy. And I think, well, that means that you need to create the space to do it. If you are too busy to create like an hour and a half every second day for your own nourishing and nurturing and filling your own cup, then that means that you have to prioritize it, because the busy is such an illness that we as a collective, I mean, I still do it as well, so this is not a judgment place. I do it all the time. But we as a collective, we've got to get out of it. We have to stop. We have to stop this crazy. And you know, we're emerging out of that quiet period that we all had as a world for a couple of years, the quiet rest that we all went into. We're emerging out of that, and suddenly everyone's trying to emerge back into super, super busy again. Like, no, did you not learn the lesson? There was a lesson in that quiet.
No one got the assignment? Clearly not.
No.
Yeah.
No. The lesson is slow down, everybody. Feel your own bodies. Come back home to you. Find the enjoyment in life. Find the pleasure in life.
That's the thing, right? Like, I heard of someone say, it said, I don't have the pleasure of reading a book. And I was like, like a little fairy died or something. Like, I was like, so yeah, it's just returning, making pleasure and making yourself a priority is so essential. Filling your soul cup up is so essential. That is the essential work, is to look after self.
I know. I feel like I can hear like the mothers saying, but I don't have, like, I swear I can hear the mothers' voices, but I have this many children, and like, oh my God, like, I don't have children, but I get it. I have lived in households. I have seen what women are going through. Like, I understand. I've worked with women for 8 years. I see it, and it is very real. So as I say this, there is nothing that is trying to say that insanity and busyness is not real. But also, as a mother, if your own cup is full and overflowing to your children and to your family, not only does it feel better for you, but it feels better for them too. So again, to me, there is this piece of the busier you are as a mother, the more you need to find the way to carve out some space for yourself to fill your cup so that it overflows. You know, it's like they say on the plane, like, fit your own mask first, right? Same thing, fit my mask so I can turn around and fit somebody else's, fill my cup so that I can nourish all of those people that are around me and in my space.
Absolutely. We just normalizing that and actually encouraging all humans, you know, to actually look after self. Because it's so true. You know, when your mum or someone was grumpy and you're like, move, get out of here. Like, you know, and it's like, oh no, something's happening, or, you know, because so it's such an important space to consider for yourself. And so for whoever is watching today, or on the replay, make some time for yourself, please. This is your permission slip, literally signed, sealed, delivered through the interweb.
I love it.
Okay, take some time for yourself.
Yeah, permission slip. Do it. Permission slip.
Right, and we'll put that into the old principle for you to take some time off, and you know, you won't receive a pink slip or a detention or anything. Like, we encourage you to take the time, or reflect on why you haven't made that time for yourself. Because where are you on your priority list? That's something that's really, you know, if you've got all your kids or you've got work, etc., whereabouts are you on that list? Because that's something to just reflect on and try and bump you up. So, you know, you need to be on that priority list as numero uno, which is number one, I think. Yes, I hope so.
Yes, I think so.
I think so. So Zapheria, tell us, okay, so thank you for everyone who's watching. We appreciate you. We love you. We're just honoring you, taking this time to join us. It's love. I think love. If I could write love, I would. Yeah. Don't know how, but no, I'm not going to touch anything because I'll probably just exit and be like, what's happened? So Zapheria Bell and the Temple of Aramella. So you've got Zoe as well as
Jamie.
Jamie Miranda.
Yeah.
I was about to swap those. So collectively, you're coming together to create an event which is coming up, which is starting next week, I hear. What? From the July the 9th to the 20th.
It's the 6th to the 22nd, but I love that you have it starting on my birthday. So it starts on the 6th.
Oh, that's good to know. Thank you so much. So it starts from the 6th. And I'd love, Z, if you could speak to it and just give us the tea. If you're available these times, actually, I rephrase that. Make time. Can I repeat? Make time to show up to this event, because it will change your world. Anyway, back to you, Z, because I want you to just let us know the dates.
Yeah, so it's the 6th to the 22nd, and before anybody goes, oh my God, that's so long, I want to say that it's you come and nourish yourself, like dip yourself in and nourish in the moments that you can dip yourself in and nourish. This is not a, hey, like the 6th to the 22nd, you have to be at something and focused on something every day. Throw that in the bin. That is the old paradigm. That is not what is happening here. That is just that the container, the space is open during that time for you to come and just like dip your toe in whenever it feels great, or dive right on in whenever it feels great for you. And so we have calls every second day, and we're moving through the womb gates, the 7 gates of the womb. So we'll do 1 gate every second day, which is exciting, as a feminine pathway, a feminine awakening pathway. And basically you'll experience the magic and the wisdom that is these gates, and just have a space to be safe, to be held, to explore yourself, to explore your connection to you. And there's, the replays. So when people can't make it on the call, if you want to go nourish yourself with a replay, you can also do that. The replays are on for the duration of the whole event as well. So basically, I would say that it is a big nourishing pool of yumminess that you can come and bathe in at any time that feels good for you to fill your own cup. And it is open from the 6th to the 22nd of July.
Can I just get a yeah? I wish there was a crowd. So crowd participation, like, yeah, that's why.
I want that.
That just sounded so beautiful, like so nourishing. It's like a soul massage.
It is.
It's your soul spa day.
It is.
From the comfort of your own home.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty amazing. That's honestly, it sounds, so the dates are from the 6th to the 20th of July. Yeah. Okay. 6th to the 20th, every second day. Is that correct, C?
It is correct.
Nice. Yeah. And the time zones are so if you go into my link in bio, which is my link tree, it is at the top there. So please, 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 it's an amazing, so tell us what the price is and what's the investment.
It's crazy. I'm like, it's $88. I'm like, what?
It's like cheaper than a massage, or
I know exactly. It's $88, and if someone wants to buy the replays for like a longer period of time, it's $222. But like, show up at the 88, and if you didn't get a chance to watch them and you love it, you can upgrade later. But it's like pretty amazing that but that's like the price of 2 people going out to dinner. Don't go out to dinner one time in the next fortnight, and instead come and be at this and nourish
your soul, which is so beautiful, because it's a time of dropping in to these 90-minute sessions and just having your soul nourished. Like you don't have to bring a notepad.
Like, no notepads. You can even do it from bed. So great.
So that's what we want to hear. I'm here for it. I'm like, bed, tick. Home, tick.
Yeah.
Z knows my ways. I'm very much can hermit very easily. My Cancer babe too. Cancer, right? Yes, yeah. So we're like, yes. So that just sounds like a phenomenal experience. So that's 14 days of nourishing, beautiful, soulful, fill your cup up. The link is in my link tree right at the top. It's easy. Gets to be easy. Only $88 dollars for all of this beautiful. So usually this program would be like this kind of space and container would be thousands of dollars, because it's like, it's something that will change your life, or make an impact. Like, if anything, this 14 days you potentially won't walk out as the same person. Like, you will have something in your soul that just gets ignited. It's like a beautiful amber, like it's a delicious little flame that gets ignited.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
without further ado, check out the link in my bio. If not, I'm going to share it in my IG stories, etc. So y'all better get onto it.
Come along.
Is that next week? I don't even know. Sometimes I'm literally like,
it's in 5 days time that it starts, because today's the 1st of July. What?
That's our thing. Yeah, right. Hello July. Actually, so please, I highly recommend, starts in 5 days. Get your ticket. Enjoy being nourished and nurtured soulfully online from the comfort of your own bed. No notepads, no note taking. Just really feel this expansion being held by such beautiful, potent women, may I add. Like, you take to get these 3 women in a room, I'm like, take all my money. Like, it's a no-brainer. It's an absolute no-brainer.
It is a no-brainer.
So I'm going to share more of Z's work in my IG stories, etc. So you'll see her around, because I'm just absolutely honoured to, one, see you again. This all day, every day, and to talk about the soulfulness, the aliveness, the juiciness that can be found from within when you feel safe and being in your body and being in your soul, and topping your cup up and making yourself a priority first and foremost, because we live in a space that can always feel like this rush mentality, busy, you start to drop down in your own priority list, in your own soul list. So let's try and bump you up. So for anyone who's watching, make sure to give Zapheria Bell a follow, the Temple of Aramella a follow, because this is a space of expansion, being able to fill your own soul cup up, and then being able to pivot around to help others. Which is if that's not a mission statement, I don't know what is. So
exactly.
It's powerful, it's expansive, it's beautiful, it's needed, and it's been an absolute honor to share this space with you, to see you in your aliveness and your juiciness and your goddess gorgeousness. Send my love to Loki and Mike.
I will.
Do you still have Jim?
We still have Jim. Can't believe you remember all the names.
Sending you all my love. Sending you all the fan love. And I look forward to seeing you in your magic, your work, your wisdom, your love. And thank you for being such a heart-centered leader, leading from the front, even when it's uncomfortable, and still showing up. I honor you and love you very much.
Thank you so much, darling. It was an honor to come and hang out with you for a little while, and share this space, and hopefully share it with some other people that might just feel the love emanating and feel inspired by that.
I got full body goosebumps from that. So again, check out Z's work, double tap, do the things, link in my link tree to get a ticket to this amazing event called the Feminine Awakening, starting the 6th to the 20th of July for 14 days of nourishment, aliveness, juiciness, with the most amazing lineup of women who are here to hold space and to return you back to home. Am I right?
Yeah.
Crowd goes wild. Thanks, Z.
Thanks, darling.
You. I love you so much.
Love you
Till
too.
Next time.
Okay,
bye-bye. Bye. How beautiful was that? I just wanted to say thank you so much for everyone who joined. My heart is full. And I think I feel that's enough. So make sure to check out Z's social media platforms. The link is in the bio to get your ticket to the Feminine Awakening. And yeah, sending you so much love and have the most beautiful day.